Peace for Ukraine or Ukraine now. Russia, just go home.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 1 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
How can we let go of grievances that keep us stuck in our miserable state? Yeah, that's true. Yes, we have to go out of it. Get initiation and feel lifted up. All the burdens will be washed away. Even when your parents die, you know where they are going and you don't grieve so much. You will see the Master come and take them to heaven, so you won't grieve. And after you practice, you see all your friends, your relatives go to a happier sphere, and so instead of grieving, you will feel happy. And that's the secret of happiness, because seeing is believing.
Please stay with us to listen to this enlightening lecture.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Our mission is to bring real radical change to people's everyday diets by offering plant-based meat that requires less land, less water, and produces less greenhouse emissions than animal meat. Simeon van de Molen, vegan.
Stop killing animals! Stop eating animals! Empathy, compassion, and liberation! Humans and animals! We're all equal! No more torture, no more lies! How many animals left to die? Freedom for all!
Today's program will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, Thai, and Ukrainian or Uranian. When someone thanks you for the vegan gifts you gave them, you could say Ahiya-e, which means you're welcome in Bailis Apache. Harmonious viewers, I am Ellen. The spiritual Apache First Nation people thank you for being vegan, which is the way to end the suffering that humans cause to animal people through the sale and consumption of animal people flesh and products.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat, to lab tests, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace. So be it.
The Apache Nation people currently comprise about 6 groups that live in large land areas across the Great Plains of Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico. Many Apache speak the Athabascan language, which is also spoken by indigenous people far north in Alaska and Canada. meaning that these groups were once connected. One representative Apache group is the Mescalero, who live in New Mexico on about 2,000 square kilometers of land containing 4 mountains that the people consider sacred. Another group is the White Mountain Apaches, whose land in Arizona also contains sacred mountains. This group is known for their efforts to preserve the environment's natural beauty and purity. The White Mountain Apaches have also helped in the revival of the once nearly extinct Apache trout. The Apaches are a proud people who have retained many of their original customs. Strong family loyalty prevails in Apache culture, with respect and even reverence given to elders. While the men are often tribal leaders, the women are seen as immensely resourceful and in days past were known for finding water where it had seemed there was none. The Apache are also known for their intricate beadwork and beautiful turquoise jewelry.
All nations have strict animal people protection laws. So world leaders, do you and your citizens obey them? Check it out and adjust accordingly. Be vegan. Make peace.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with share. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching
and South America,
and keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
as well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real, lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Gusi Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
The United States has been graced on many occasions with visits from Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan. In 1989, in response to the earnest longing of spiritual truth seekers, she traveled to the country to impart her wisdom and insights. In this fascinating lecture, Master expounds on various topics, including ways to discern true masters from false ones, attaining our highest inner potential through the Kuan Yin method, and our true self's faculty of omnipresence. We now invite you to join us for part 11 of this enlightening lecture titled, How to Acquire Your Inner Highest Potential Power, Questions and Answers, given by Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, in San Francisco, California, USA, on May 24th, 1989.
Peace for Ukraine or Urain.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, my question is twofold. First, a brief description of the practice that you teach. Second, can you imagine any conflict between this practice and others? A brief description is that I will show you how to concentrate in order to contact this heavenly God power or light within, and to hear the inner word or the word of God within. That is basically the so-called method. But to do so, I don't use any language. I may talk to you and explain to you all different kinds of heavens, scenery, or different levels of consciousness. And wherever you are, you may know what your level is. I may explain all these outer things, but the method is transmitted by complete silence. When I am silent, that is when I transmit it to you, and then you will see the light and hear the sound. And now I'm talking, you see nothing, and you hear nothing. So the method is actually no method. It is a transmission of the inner power from person to person, from heart to heart. Therefore, we call it in Zen, 印心. It means heart stamp. That's it. Heart means our power, our innate wisdom, not this physical heart. Therefore, there is no method to talk about really, except when you are in contact with God, then you can transmit it. He allows you to. Understand that? But then, whatever it is you see, you will get enlightened. You will see the light, you will hear the sound, and you will see some heavenly abodes. You may see Jesus, you may see Buddha, you may learn with them something of the ancient wisdom. And that is the benefit from the method, the success of the method. But the method itself is no method. It's only the silent transmission of the lamp, of the light. Now, what is the first real step in order to have wisdom and enlightenment? What is the first step is the initiation. You're willing to let me open the wisdom eye for you. You're willing to let me open the wisdom ears for you. and you're willing to let me open the God blessing power within you for you, and every day you use it, because I have the key. You hear the saying, Peter has the key to heaven. Now he gave it to me. Page 105 of your booklet, 6th line. First, how do you handle the problem of inner sound? Is that right? Example, high frequencies. After a period of gestation can be registered by the human fetus inside the womb. The implications of gestation, since it logically leads to inner sound frequencies, programming a response after birth. I'm afraid that I'm not as intelligent as you. May this person enlighten me a little bit more? May I hear some enlightening explanation? Gone. Then the problem is solved. When I go home, I will look into it a little bit more than I understand, because of the writing. What do you mean by inside the womb there is already vibration? He understood differently from what I wrote. That is a different thing. I did not write like that in my book. In my book, I said that the babies in the womb have contact with this wondrous sound. Therefore, he's very happy. And when he's upside down, even he's still happy. He doesn't feel drowned and dissatisfied, because he is in contact with the God power. That's what I mean. And he talks about frequencies and the ones that can hear with the apparatus of science. How can we stop looking at people we think we know through the images of the past? Just stop. Just don't look. How can we let go of grievances that keep us stuck in our miserable state? Yeah, that's true. Yes, we have to go out of it. Get initiation and feel lifted up. All the burden will be washed away. Even when your parents die, you know where they are going and you don't grieve so much. You will see the Master come and take them to heaven, so you won't grieve. And after you practice, you see all your friends or relatives go to a happier sphere, and so instead of grieving, you feel happy. And that's the secret of happiness, because seeing is believing. Why do you grieve? Like when somebody left you or died, then you grieve, because you don't know where he's going. You feel the loss. But if you know where he is going, that he enjoys somewhere, and you can even visit him, then you don't grieve. That's the secret of practicing. That's the benefit, and that's why we must practice. Is it possible for one to achieve enlightenment all by oneself, or must we align ourselves with organized religion or discipline? No. We have to achieve enlightenment all by ourselves. Religion cannot help us. Religions are only doctrines left behind by past enlightened masters. We can only make reference to it, refer to it, to compare with our enlightenment now, to see if we are in accord with the ancient masters, if our methods are correct, if our enlightenment is like theirs. And that's the good of the doctrines. Just like I just mentioned, Jesus, when he was initiated or baptized. Actually, baptized means initiated. He saw the light come from heaven like a dove. Now, if we got initiation for Supreme Master Ching Hai and we see the light come down like a dove or whatever, then we know, yeah. And she transmits the same method. That is just for our reference. Otherwise, the Bible cannot enlighten us. Any religion's Bible cannot help us get the inner light and the inner happiness and satisfaction. Only the transmission from the real living God power can fulfill all our desires. This is a new one. Initiation requires one to meditate 2.5 hours per day. May I substitute this by chanting Nam Mô Rangye Kyo? I do not want to give up this religion. Actually, it makes no difference to me whether you carry on chanting this or not. I have no objection to your religion. I'm just afraid that if you devote your time to chanting this, then you don't have enough quiet silence to contact this quiet power. Because if we use our mouth, then we are busy. God doesn't come with chanting. God comes all in silence. I will also teach you to chant something, but don't use the mouth, use the wisdom. And then you can also find the light through our method. When one is gardening, growing vegetables, is it in conflict with Buddhism to kill the creatures that eat the vegetable? How should one deal with these lower life forms? If you feel the conflict, then I would advise you, we all starve to death. Because even breathing would kill a lot of invisible creatures. So what shall we do? We cannot eat vegetables. We cannot grow vegetables. We couldn't even breathe. Couldn't even walk because we kill all living things. What is the solution? No solution. Except to meditate and cleanse this karma, unavoidable karma. We live in this world, more or less we have to kill worms, kill insects. Every time you wash your hands, that is killing. Disinfecting things is killing. But what do we do with this? We have to. But then we have other things. Then we don't do this intentionally. That's a different thing from violence. Understand? We have to live here. So we must eat something to live. We have to breathe. We have to wash our hands. But this unavoidable karma doesn't mean zero. Even though we don't do it intentionally, we still have the karma. I mean, we still have the sin. So we have to do our method, the Kuan Yin method, every day to clean this out. Then we can be free of karma. Otherwise, there's no way we can be free of killing. I am sorry. Therefore, we need to practice the method of cleansing. Otherwise, you can do good deeds, you don't kill, that's enough. No, even eating vegetables is killing. Vegetables have life. So you must use some powerful power to cleanse this small karma in order to be free. If you like, tomorrow come back. And now I have to convey to people the enlightenment method. And if you don't want to get initiation, please leave now, as our time is very limited. I'm happy to have you, and come back tomorrow again after you have reflected. Come back tomorrow, I still have a lecture. Thank you for coming. All right, yes, if tomorrow people inquire, I request, then I will give initiation again. You have a night to think it over. Thank you, sir.
To learn and understand enlightenment from
Thank you.
Master Ching Hai, please bring your friends and relatives here tomorrow, same time, 7:30
Yes.
p.m.
Tomorrow we will do it again. Don't worry. I think I will give it every day for your own convenience sake, because America is so busy. You can't. Maybe you can come today, but cannot come tomorrow. Who knows? Miss a chance. Now, all of you who want initiation, come up front. All of you who do not want today may come back tomorrow. Come in the front and you can listen to me better and can see me clearer.
Russia, go home, now.
Vegan side effect: feeling strong love for life.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Macau is one of them. Macau Animal Protection Law 2016. It is forbidden to treat animal people with cruelty, violence or torture. Such a crime is to be punished with imprisonment of up to 1 year or with a fine. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat.
to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace, so be it.
Gracious viewers, thank you for your presence today for Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is UFOs in Historical Paintings, Part 2 of 2, right after Noteworthy News. May God bless you for living a life of virtue and benevolence.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com, /schedule и suprememastertv.com, /WOW.